Hey guys, this is actually number 2 on Sunday. Yeah, I've got a 2-part video coming out that I did today on the wired bike, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna have the instrument panel stuff showing. I got you up on the handlebars, but basically, I have that ride today was 2.5 hours. Oh man, I brought my damn sunglasses again. Like, I need sunglasses. But, alright, sunglasses are up by the camera. Gotta remember that. But anyway, that ride today was like over 2.5 hours or something, I think. But I've got half of it. I got half of it done. I got the first half done, and I'm uploading it out of my editing software. I use CapCut, by the way, the CapCut editing software. Very easy. You ought to try it out if you don't have an editing software. Very simple, free, doesn't cost you anything. But anyway, while it's uploading, I'm gonna crank this back down. I cranked this up a little high last night. But anyway, like I said, 2, 3, golly, that thing is bright. We're looking on the camera. Yep. Like I said, I've rode all day today. I rode for that, over 2.5 hours, and turn it on low for now. But like I said, it's gonna be a 2-part gig, and as you'll find out when you watch that first part, I explain that what is going on with my mirror here. Yeah, last night I took a ride and recorded for about an hour and a half. And imagine that! I forgot to take the damn the lens cap off. Didn't take the lens cap off, and I got an hour and a half full of audio on a black screen. But I figured I'd get out. It's nice. It's real nice out tonight. Almost a full moon. Almost a full moon out. God, it's so much different riding this compared to that wire. This is, as I was saying earlier, it's a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable than that wired, man. That Cloud 9 seat after a while gets pretty hard, man. My ass was a little hurting when I got home, but like I said, we can get out and do a little run real quick. While that's uploading, it takes a while. Like I said, I was explaining a lot of these videos, and like I said, I've been trying to, I changed, I record all my drone stuff in 4K, but those are usually 20, 30 minutes. Those are usually 20 or 30 minutes long, but some of these bike rides, I mean, I did today's ride, like I said, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours roughly. But that video was 40 gigs for just today's video in 1080. Now, if I put that in 4K 30, like I shoot most of my drone stuff and all that, shit. Man, that's a monster file, man. That 4K is huge. And I can only imagine with all this, the 8K and all that junk coming out, God, that's gotta be huge. You just imagine, I have 50, I can't remember what it said last time. Is it 56 or 58 videos I've uploaded to my channel? Just imagine what it would take to save all of that. Man, that is nuts. That is huge. I'd be buying them damn storage. You know, those, I mean, you know, I know they make those T4s and all that stuff, but man, I would have to be buying a bunch of them. I'd have to be buying a bunch of those to save the video. I can't tell about that camera. I don't run that camera up there much, but my neck is just tired, man. I mean, I wore that camera around my neck all afternoon. I mean, I got my little microphone clipped onto my shirt, but I just figured, hell with it. I'll just put that camera on the handlebars and not worry about taking that. I just don't know if this camera's too high or not. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it couldn't be no worse than last night having the damn lens cap through the whole thing. I mean, I was literally sitting there talking to myself the whole trip. Talking to myself, oh shit, I always hit that damn railroad track bump like that. Man, it bottoms this damn front shock out. Man, it's horrible. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. That was a raccoon. I think I got this down too low. There we go. But like I said, at least I'm not talking to myself tonight. I'm actually recording, but hope I ain't blinding people. I don't think I am. I always worry about that. But I do. I leave these lights a little loose so that way I can adjust them. But light lights up that road pretty good, man. I mean, it really does. For a little cheap old $30 or $40 light, whatever it was. Like I said, if y'all are interested in upgrading your lights, I mean, I still use the factory lights. I just use these to illuminate everything else, but like I said, if you're interested in that light, man, go check out my page. It's, you know, I've got a review on it where I first put it on the Wired. I've got one on here and the Wired. But it's a pretty cool light. Like I said, I don't think I put the link. I may have. I don't know if I put the link to this down in the description, but I think one of my subscribers actually put it up there, but it's on Amazon, and I would be willing to bet you could probably go on to Temu or AliExpress or Alibaba. I'm sure they probably all got them, and if you know Chinese stuff, they make the same shit. They just put everybody's different names on them. But like I said, this is the one. They make one with an 8 or a 6 or an 8 LED, and then they step it up. This is a 17 LED, and it has four light settings. You hit the button once, that's low, 2's medium, 3's high, and then it has a flash that's the 4th setting. But like I said, man, it's a good light, and it really does, because I hadn't had that wired out on a night run in a while, and I charged it up all the way. And usually, those cheap stuff with those cheap rechargeable batteries, the low budget crap, when you charge them and let them sit for a couple of weeks, they go dead. Not that. Whatever they've got into these. I mean, I had that wire charged to 100%, and I checked that last night, because I charged this one up after I got back last night, or maybe it was before, I can't remember, but But I knew this one I had used at night because I take this out a lot. I take this out a lot at night. But I checked the wire, man. It's 100%, and I hadn't used that in probably over a month. I guess, I don't know. Like I said, pretty good lights. It's pretty good lights, and like I said, I've got a video on it, and you know, I think I even show you the box and everything it comes in. But yeah, it's a cool light. Like I said, can't beat it for whatever it was, 30, 40 bucks. But I bet, like I said, I bet if you did some research and did a little comparison, I bet you could find it on AliExpress or Alibaba. I don't know about Alibaba, but I'm sure it is. I mean, I think Alibaba and AliExpress is the same thing. I think that's what I heard at least. Pardon the train. Yeah, I want to say last night I did. I get by this train. I want to say last night I think I did like 14 miles or something. And this is the same battery. I mean, I'm still showing full bars. I know it's not. I'd have to check. I'd have to check the voltage on it. But like I said, the meter's still showing. If I hit, I mean, I got full throttle and I have no sag, still full bars. But like I said, man, I think this thing's gonna go for a long time, man. It's gonna be a pretty cool deal. It ain't gonna be real fast, but definitely got some good distance. But like I said, go check that out. Check it out, man. Yeah, I was saying in that Wired video though, yeah, last night I actually talked with Sophia from China, the girl I'm dealing with, to get my upgrade kit for that other Ridstar I have, and she was saying that they're already feeling the effects of all this stupid tariff shit that they're brewing up, and of course, like I said, however you feel, whatever you feel is right or wrong with all this mess, but it is definitely going to cost people money, and it ain't going to be China. I mean, she's telling me just the shipping alone. Like I said, this was on the Wired. I put it on Wired too, but just the shipping alone went up, with the shipping carriers, went up $80 on top of, I want to say I spent 170 or 168 bucks, 170 bucks basically. I spent that on regular, on a boat, coming over on a boat. Now the stupid, whatchamacallit, the air freight stuff, God, man, that was like an additional $300 and something dollars. I mean, it was over $500 to airship. Definitely, it's over $500 to airship it. So, I don't know, call me a tight ass, but I ain't spending $500 for getting something delivered. I just spent $160. But like I said, that's going to jump up over $200 for the boat shipping. And then she said they're actually eating the tax, the extra tax stuff. But I don't know. Like I said, she's a pretty nice girl and everything. But she's in one of, I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna have to look it up, what company she actually works for. But if you've never actually messed with Alibaba, you're actually directly dealing with the manufacturers over there. And believe me, I mean, I don't I wouldn't blame them a bit for telling me to screw off, and they're not going to deal with me. I'm sure they're pissed off. I mean, not only does it affect us on as far as spending, when we buy anything from China, it is going to reflect the price that we pay. I'm sorry. I mean, y'all can argue and rant and rave on how that's wrong, but I'm sorry to tell you, it is, because if I buy another one of these kits, which that was the whole intention of going direct to them instead of dealing with the middleman and all that junk. I mean, I was talking to a buddy of mine from New York. He's one of my subscribers. I was telling him today, and I actually sent him all of the info from my order on everything I was getting and stuff. But was explaining to him, because he asked, how come I, went that route. But from what I spent on that kit, and I don't know, I've been thinking, I've been hearing a little bit of clicking in that back motor. I don't know. I hope those planetary gears ain't getting screwed up. But the good thing about having another wired, I'm going to have a backup hub. So I'm going to have two different rims. I'm going to have this rim and the other rim when my mod kit comes in. But anyway, like I said, the reason I went, what I spent total on my kit, and it is controllers, it's headlights, they try to send you brake levers with built-in sensors on that, but those are mechanical levers. So if you don't have mechanical levers, then they have to send you, if you don't have mechanical brakes, then they have to send you, I'll crank his light just a touch more up, but they will send you just the sensors itself, and you attach those to your existing brakes, and then it's got a magnetic sensor that you stick up. Basically, when you depress that, it activates, deactivates that brake sensor to work, the different functions, and one of them is it shuts the power off. When you hit the brake, it shuts your throttle off. But like I said, the kit is, full controller, and it's the Salvatron. I mean, it's a 100 amp controller, and it is Bluetooth, and it comes with the Bluetooth dongle for programming. 5,000 watt hub motor with brand new 7-speed cassettes for the chain on the hub. It's also going to have, let me think here. My brain just went stupid. What is that? Like I said, controller, 5,000 watt hub, brake sensors, headlights. I already have tail lights and all that stuff that I'll figure out. What else is it? It has a controller bag. If you don't have a spot to put your controller, or if it's too big, which it will be for underneath the seat, they have a controller bag with Velcro stuff. You can mount your controller. And it actually includes a 72 volt, 40 amp hour battery with bag, with the mounting bag with it. What else is it? There's a bunch of stuff that comes with it. My brain's just stupid. I've been out riding in the sun all day. I mean, it was 90 something degrees today here in Texas. But anyway, I mean, look, hell, we got time. Like I said, I'm trying to get those videos to upload off of my, I'm trying to get those videos to upload off of off my editing software so I can jump in and do my next one. But I should have at least part 1 uploaded tomorrow. Where in the hell did that list go? I had it. There it is. Yeah, it goes. It's there's the rear hub motor, wheel, complete, everything. Cybertron controller bag. Then I've got a keyed full twist throttle, and then at home I'll show you all that. I've got a half twist like this already has with a key, but it has the voltmeter built on it. I'll show you all that at the house. I don't know if I showed you all that or not. Then of course torque arms, with the TFT color LCD screens, and the battery bag. All that plus I got them to, what are they? Yeah, they're throwing in the alarm. I got the free alarm that just, it's plug and play with the controller, the alarm, and a headlight she told me, oh, I'm gonna give you the special whatever, we'll see. Like I said, I have the other wired headlight that I'll have to figure out if for some reason that doesn't, but I'll just put one of these lights like I have on here, the rechargeable ones. And like I said, these things last for like 7 hours, man. I mean, the rechargeable last, I ain't never riding longer than that. But like I said, all of that, like I said, even with the battery included, that is cheaper for me to buy that complete kit from them compared to what it costs just for the controller kit and the hub off of Amazon. Does not include batteries. And, like I said, I've got her making me a 14-inch extension battery cable, an extension cable for the battery. And, just in case my location stuff where I put everything, I need the extension. So she got them to make me one of those. And, those are all free. The light and the extension and all that stuff that they built me is all free. It doesn't cost me anything. Where am I going? There's a way to get out. There we go. I think it's this way. But, damn, that train's loud. But like I said, for what I'm paying for the complete kit, for that complete kit with battery included, it is actually what it cost Amazon just to do the kit minus the battery and a couple of other things. I mean, that's why. I mean, go look up a 72 volt, 40 amp hour battery. Go over there on a Moray and look up the Moray, see what they'll charge you. That's $800 plus. I mean, that's just your starting point. Go look at some of the other batteries manufacturers. John from New York was telling me, he gave me a battery place that's supposed to make a real good battery. And he was saying, I looked it up when he sent it to me, and it's out of, man, I am backwards here. It's hard and different. I can lose my bearings. You can go the other way. But yeah, I was looking at that. I can't remember. Man, I thought there was a street over here. Maybe I'm on crack. I don't know. Somebody must have slipped some crack into my public water. I don't know. But no, seriously. He sent me one in that place. I forget what it was called. I'd have to look it up on my phone. He was telling me, I looked it up. And man, they were even worse. They were higher than a Moray. Now, granted, it's probably a very, very good battery, and more than likely, man, where is my road? There's a road that goes into the subdivision right behind here, and I'm going back down the hill. This isn't it. Am I on the wrong side? Come on. But yeah, like I said, you can spend $1,000 on a battery and that ain't nothing. Well, hell, it's not much more than that, and I bought the whole damn thing. I've got everything. Now, granted, I'm taking a risk. I mean, I'm taking a little gamble, but I told her, if you send me junk, I said, I'm going to be contacted because what I do when I deal with that, I mean, I've got a couple of things coming from China, and I got it all in before all of this stupid surcharge, this tariff shit that old boy started up. But I definitely use, now there is a way in China, when you order something from China, hold on here. When you order something from China, they have several different fees. I'm cranking that damn camera up a little farther, but they call it a consumption tax. And this is on top of all the other junk, the tariff stuff and all that stuff you're hearing. But, they have, and they've figured it out. And to be honest with you, I think in my other video I explained, I bought one of those gaming chairs, and those things are like $500-600. I've looked at a bunch of those gaming chairs. My chair in my office is trashed, but I bought one of those. But basically, what you do when you order from that, if you're on that Alibaba stuff, use the Alibaba shipping, because they have a way to get around you paying some of the tax stuff. I don't trust it, because basically when they set your order up, they're giving you a China address, and what they do is to kind of jump around some of the carrier stuff, because they are a company. I think what they do is they actually set it up to where, like I live there, they're given a China address. And I think what they do is they say they're shipping it to that. They're sending that to that address, and then I'm going to mail that to myself back to the States. Maybe that disrupts some of the tax. She said it would save me some money if I did it that way. I just didn't trust it. So basically what I did, come to find out, it was only like $28 for this consumption tax she's talking about. But that being said, do the Alibaba shipping, use that, and use Alibaba for the payment stuff. Don't ever send them money, open money. You want to send them, you want to ship it through the Alibaba shipping thing, and use PayPal. That's what I told her. Only way I'm going to do this is as long as I can pay with PayPal. And she goes, yeah, you can. And, PayPal has the payment protection stuff. And I don't know how much safeguard that really is. But at the same time, I want to make sure if there's a way to protect myself from sending money over there, I'm going to do it. And even if, basically, like I'm saying, it's costing me an extra $30-40, I guess. But it's better than losing a shitload of money for nothing. But like I said, it is what it is. But she tried to work with me, and I've been dealing with her for a little while now. Just trying to get, shopping this kit out and get it to where I want it. And you can customize them. You can make them however you want. It's kind of like when I was first starting to get this kit set up from what I wanted. I was actually looking at a 3,000 watt hub motor. But I told her, I was like, we went through my list of all the stuff I wanted, everything, and I told her, run me a price for the 3,000, then run me a price for the 5,000, and I'm talking, I think it was literally a difference of $50, I think it was, or $40. It wasn't much, and Man, why wouldn't I? I just said, screw it, give me that 50 or that 5, give me that 5,000. And, but anyway, like I said, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this stupid car. They think I'm over here trying to vandalize something. Come on, move, idiot. That is one of the big things that I have noticed about this stupid town. Everybody wants to be a policeman. And everybody tries to tell you how to walk, how to drive, how to do everything else. It's ridiculous. But I get on Facebook because they actually have a couple of groups for this, I guess, city is what they call it. I don't see how it's a city. It's kind of a dump, but I get irritated because these people drive. I mean, we'll have 50-mile-an-hour speed limit and they're driving 35. And I've got on there and like, man, y'all love to get in everybody's business about speeding. Well, how about people that are driving 30 and a 50? There's that loop where I went up on that hill with the Ridstar and was going to fly my drone. That road out there is a 70-mile-an-hour road. Guarantee you 95% of the time that I go up that route, that loop around town, you're gonna drive 55 miles an hour because idiots just out there putting around, don't pay attention. I've even put on Facebook, hey, you people, those big white rectangle signs that's on the side of the road with numbers, I'll tell them that's a speed limit, and of course, then they get pissed off at me. Of course, they can bitch about speeders, but when I bitch about them driving 10, 20 miles an hour in the speed limit, oh boy, they rip me up. Well, at least they're not speeding. Well, whatever. They're still holding up traffic, causing problems. And that's why I tell them, if you can't drive the speed limit, don't drive. But I don't think they don't like my input, but I don't care. I really don't care. They can like it if they want. I gotta read their dumb stuff, bitching about every little thing that goes on in town. But there are a lot of retired, older people. Like I said, it's kind of a pain in the ass. A lot of these people are, but man, it sure is nice. Like I said, today was hot. It sure is nice, man. Believe this or not, I'm I'm actually running semi on what the route was last night that I had the lens cap on, but it's pretty similar to where I rode last night. But like I said, it's a nice ride. It's a nice little ride, except when I get down here to the main road, I gotta drive on the main road that's 70 mile an hour, 60. But it's got schools and stuff over here, and giving me a little ride, something to ride. Just getting out. What is that, 3 schools, I think, on this one street. I'm telling you, this town's got more schools than I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy. And I didn't think that many people lived there, but I think a lot of people from like Kempner and all these surrounding towns, I think they ship their kids over here or something. Yeah, last night I came by here. I don't know what this school did, man. They got a bunch of chairs and shit. They just threw out here on school desks, and chairs. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's going in the dumpster or something. Like I said, just a little ride. It ain't nothing major. Doing a little ride. And it would not surprise me a bit if I got on to Facebook tomorrow and somebody around here, oh, there was somebody lurking at the school on one of those bicycle contraptions. I don't know. Like I said, these people around here make me laugh. They make me laugh. Everybody's a detective around here. Everybody likes to stick their nose in everybody else's business. But I grew up in a real small town, country town. It's called Liberty Hill, and right now it's growing. It's actually pretty good size, but golly, there wasn't nothing you could do in that town without the whole town knowing. It was small back when I was in school. Hell, my graduating class was was it 31? It was either 29 or 31, I can't remember. It was small. I mean, that was the whole senior class, as small as that. That's how small it was, but it's huge now. I mean, they got schools all over the place now, but like everything else. See, there is no road back here, but somehow there's a basketball court back here. I don't know how you get to this. I guess just walk out from the school. Yeah, my old lady, she called or was texting me earlier. She's coming back from Indiana. Her daughter had a baby shower. Her daughter's having another baby coming up. So she flew up there Thursday or Friday, whenever the hell it was. She flew up there and for a baby shower. She's supposed to come back tonight. And she called. Oh, this is how you get over here. It's over here. Yeah, she called. Something happened to their plane, and I guess something was wrong with it. I don't know. She's flying out of Chicago. She said, yeah, they grounded her plane. They wouldn't let the plane take off, and I think she got delayed a couple hours. She wasn't too happy about that one. But she wants to stay. Her daughter and the grandkid was down here. They just moved to Indiana, but she wants to be the grandma. So she flies up there. They come down here. I mean, they came down here once, but like I said, she's up there dealing with that mess. Yeah, I gotta get on this main road out here that goes to Copper's Cove. Or it goes to Gatesville. It's County Road 116. I was on it earlier on the other end of town, but oh, that cat. Oh, that's a cop. Great. I think he's gonna sit over there and give tickets. Yep, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's gonna sit over there and write tickets. Sitting in the dark, sneaky bastards. Wow. Now they see me over here, but of course they don't move over. There's 2 lanes, and they don't move over. That's what I was explaining on the wired video I did earlier. You know, some of those roads, well, that battery's dipping down now. It dipped down about 3 or 4 bars when I opened up the throttle, but it'll go back up once I get off of it. But anyway, that's what I was explaining. Because I've had some people say, man, you're riding on the wrong side of the road. Well, I'm not out in the lane. I'm on the skirt. And I just feel safer riding against traffic because I see them coming, so I can dodge if they're coming over my way or whatever. I feel more comfortable like that than riding with them, where all I have is that little bitty round mirror to look, and you can't tell where they're at. You can't tell if they're coming up on you and going to hit you. I mean, for some reason, this Ridstar tail light, it's not the brightest. It does work, but it's not as bright as some of the other ones. This dude in this Exxon is probably going, what the hell? That guy was here yesterday. Let's go back here and see. What the hell is that? Oh, that's bricks. Man, somebody ordered a lot of bricks, a lot of extra bricks. I'm curious though, is there anybody out here that's had these Allscape tires for a long time? I mean, miles you got on them, or like I said, I'm still in a quandary about what I want to order. What I want to order for that other Ridstar. Do I want another set of this? I don't plan on taking that off-road. I couldn't imagine. I mean, I'm assuming that bike's going to be a little heavier than this with the bigger batteries and stuff, and with the way the suspension is, I don't really have a lot of interest going off of anything super off-road. I mean, maybe trails, but I was really leaning toward a street tire, but I do like how these roll. I mean, these do ride nice. They're smooth, but do they last very long? Because I've noticed that on my, like on my four-wheel, my Chevy truck. You buy, like I have those Nito tires on there right now, but man, they're a soft composite. And they really don't last a long time because they're so soft. But I mean, these kind of feel like they're soft, but I'm just curious on how many miles that you can get out of these. How many miles you get out of a set of these, and is it, would that be feasible to put on something? I mean, I like I call them an all-terrain, more like an all-terrain tire, because they do have pretty good grip and stuff. They've got good deep tread. Sidewalls are nice and thick. That's what I hate about those Chow Yangs. Good Lord, those things are like paper thin sidewalls. And I mean, here in Texas, man, hell, I'm sure y'all have heard that the bluebonnet is the state flower. But I want to say cactus. There's more damn cactus in this damn state than anything. And I'll tell you what, you run over a cactus or you get some mesquite, you get a mesquite thorn in some of those thin, like the kendas and the chow yangs or whatever. You get a mesquite or a cactus, and you're going to have a flat. Now, yes, I do have flat out in this. And I've ran over some cactus with that wired out at Georgetown Lake. I got into a little off-road deal, like, for some reason, and I think I accidentally hit one of them cactus. I didn't get a flat, but like I said, I don't know. I haven't ordered any tires because I figured I'd make sure. It really worries me. That's why I talked to her last night. It really worries me about this whole tariff thing, and I can just see them getting pissed off. You know, they're pissed off because all this shit's happening, and they just burned me. And I don't know how this stuff works, but, you know, I mean, I did spend pretty good money over there, you know, on that thing, and I want to make sure I'm getting it. And she said, oh yeah, I mean, it's already at the shipper. They're just preparing it for shipping. I'm sure they got to fill up container and stuff before they load it all on, but I would think, now maybe that's just my thinking, but I would think that they're not really in a whole fired up hurry to get our stuff to the U.S. right now, because I'm sure they're pretty pissed. And I can understand that. Like I said, I am not a believer in tariff stuff. I think it's a waste of time, and I think it's kind of stupid, but that's my opinion. And if anybody don't like that, I'm sorry, but when you got 20 economists sitting here saying the same damn thing, that all it's going to do is raise prices on everything, well, we're already pretty high on prices. We damn sure don't need higher prices, that's for sure. But like I said, I'm afraid to make my final investment on all the little stuff that I need to get. I think I'm just going to wait until I guarantee that it's coming. Just to be safe. Man, I'm telling you though, it's just like on a motorcycle. I think night rides are 10 times better than daytime rides. I love riding at night. Yeah, there's a little more danger involved, but not on this. I mean, hell, you're going 30 miles an hour at top speed. But, you know, I'm sure. It's like today on the Wired, I was down on one of these trails over here in town, and damn squirrel. The squirrel run across front of me, and of course, like they always do, like an idiot, he goes across and has it, but instead he turns around and darts back in front of you. You know, I'm sure that can knock your tire out from underneath you if you hit it, but I don't know. Like I said, there are some dangers, but man, it sure is nice. A lot cooler too. Whoa, big old stick in the road. Yeah, there's just something about a night ride, man. It's just so much better, I think. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, on these, this YouTube thing, I've gone into, conversations on pros and cons of doing these things, which I enjoy it. I love doing these things. It's great. And I gave my reasonings, you know, for all the pros that I have for it. But that being said, I'm meeting a lot of cool people, man. I mean, I've only got 107 subscribers, I think. But I've met some pretty nice people, you know. You know, just like I was saying, I was talking to that guy today in New York. He's a nice guy. Seemed like a real cool guy, and he's even into drone stuff. He was sending me pictures of his drones, and he's into RC cars. And, you know, sound like a pretty cool cat. Too bad he lives up there and so far away. But hey, and who knows? Maybe one day I'll take me a run up there and bring some bikes and drones and stuff and go to New York. You never know. But like I said, nice people. And you meet cool people as they make comments and do all that stuff. But like I said, I do really think, though, that I think it would just be awesome. And I know that it does. I mean, some of this stuff I really didn't have to I didn't have to buy some of this stuff, but it does good for video stuff. It's kind of cool, you know, and it's stuff I'm interested in. But I still say I would love, I think I have, I want to say 4 to 5. I'm gonna let all these cars get out of the way. I think I still have 4 or 5 months before I've been on here a year. And within that time, I need to hit 500. I need to hit 500 subscribers, and I'm at 107. So that's not, what is that, 393? I guess I need 393. But what's really weird is old AliExpress. How's your eye on this? They're talking about those forks I was looking at. But yeah, like I said, I think I got 4 or 5 months left. But you need 500 subscribers, so many watch hours. I think it's 1,000, which I've already hit the watch hours, I think. I mean, I have a lot of people. But what's really weird is, all right, let's say this Ridstar, you know, I put a video on there for this Ridstar on my updates, on my upgrades, my bags and all that stuff. It was a little video, it wasn't much. And that video is like over 1,000 views. But you know that, I want to say on that, I think they said 83% of the viewers that view that are not subscribers. And I'm like, wow. Because I do. I think I've said this before on one of my videos. I have 4 YouTube channels. Now, I think I have 1 or 2 of my old junk my old videos that I put out, that I just did with my cell phone or something, just goofing around. But I use those to categorize my subscribers. Like Texas Drone Man, that is e-bikes and drones. I got another one that I have all my billiard stuff, my billiard videos, and yeah, I'm not going down here. There was a lady down on this road one night. I was making a food delivery, and man, she chased me down and wanting to know, what am I doing in her neighborhood? And I'm like, what the hell? Like I said, these people here are strange in this town. But anyway, back to my story. You know, like I said, I don't understand because I bet I subscribed to, just on Texas Drone Man channel, I bet I've got 75 channels I've subscribed to, just on that one. My pool ones and my drone stuff and all that. It's crazy. I mean, I've got a lot. I subscribe to a lot of people. And if any of my subscribers actually have channels, man, when y'all subscribe or y'all comment, tell me. You know, tell me, hey, I've got a channel. I will go on there and subscribe. I'll subscribe to your channel. I'll help you out with subscribers. You know, whatever. But man, I would love to hit, you know, if I could get that monetization stuff, that would be so cool to actually make a little money to help buy this e-bike stuff. And, you know, I don't even know how or how much you get paid or whatever it is, but whatever it is, man, wouldn't that, I mean, that would be so cool. I mean, if I can make enough money to go buy different e-bikes, I'd do it. You know, just for video content, just for, I've never gone up there, I don't think. I want to go look. I think this is where the buses and stuff get stored, but you know, just for the, you know, that I could go buy, you know, I still want one of those scooters. I want one of those e-scooters. And I mean, I just watched a guy do was it on YouTube? I think it was. Yeah, it was. He did one on it. Man, it's only like $1,200. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but when you look at some of these ones that go 60 and 70 mile an hour, which, you know, probably sounds a little absurd, but there's one on Amazon, and I'd have to do some digging. I can't remember who reviewed it, but it's on some of my channels I'm subscribed to because I watched it. Man, this thing goes 45 or 50 miles an hour. And it looked like it's pretty nice. He said the suspension was pretty nice. And it's $1,200. Some of those bigger, the ones, I mean, this has an 11-inch tire or 10 or 11-inch tire. But some of those ones you look up, even on Alibaba, which I don't know if I trust some of those, because, you know, those are kind of different because you got to get with them and find out what the wattage motor and stuff's on them. But like I said, if you go look at some of these fast scooters, some of those are $3,000 and $4,000. That's nuts. But I mean, like I said, it would be so cool to get monetized and take that money and throw back into the channel and go buy, you know, I mean, I would. Yep, she just landed in Austin. Deal. Anyway. Like I said, if I could get monetized on this stuff and start, you know, if I could start making a little money each month, I would, man. I'd go buy some more stuff. It's just, this is getting a little I am getting a little out of hand, I'll have to admit. I was supposed to buy one drone to give me something to do. I was gonna buy me a drone and I was gonna buy me an e-bike. Well, I ended up with 5 drones. I got 3 e-bikes right now. It's kind of crazy. I'll get out of this car's way. There is no apron on that road. Like I said, man, y'all guys, anybody, you know, y'all watch this thing, man, subscribe. I mean, and I know I've said it several times before, but, you know, I've had people, you know, even my friends, they're asking, oh, how's your YouTube going? I'm like, really? You don't look at it? Well, I don't remember what it was called. They didn't subscribe. And I'm like, why wouldn't you subscribe? He's there, oh, I can't afford to pay for that stuff. Man, when you subscribe to a channel, it does not cost you anything. Now, once you're subscribed and they tell you to go into the subscription and hit join on their little private clubs or whatever, yes, then you donate $2 or $3 a month to that channel to help them build that channel more. But just a plain subscribing to the channel, I mean, of course, you have to have an account to be able to subscribe, I guess. I mean, obviously, I've never tried to do it. I've always had YouTube accounts, but like I said, man, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. All you have to do is, even if you're on a TV, which that's what I do a lot when I watch. I mean, I've got an 80-inch in there that has all the apps on it. But, I watch my YouTube on an 80-inch TV, but I can still subscribe. I can read chat. I just don't think I can enter chat. I don't have a keyboard to my TV, but you can subscribe on the TV. You just, go down, on my remote, I hit the center button. It pulls up the pause or the fast forward buttons. You just go up to the channel. You go up, you click to the right, go over to the channel, and hit subscribe. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's all free to subscribe. But that gives YouTube and that gives YouTube partners an idea of how many people, according to your views, according to your subscribers and all that, on what they're going to set you up as. Like I said, man, I want to set that as a goal. Like I said, it's like 4 or 5 months, man, but I would love to hit, I want to set a goal of 500 subscribers by summertime. I'm hoping. I mean, man, I do. I try. I put a lot of time into this. I try to give content. I get a lot of compliments on my content that they like this because, I'm not like a lot of those that will throw 10 minutes. And that's what I don't understand. You got guys on here throwing little 10-minute video clips and they don't even talk. And I look at them and they got 3, 5, 10,000 views and 20,000 subscribers. That's weird to me. Because I look for people like me. I want people to video their rides. And I want to watch the full rides. I just don't want to see them doing a wheelie or, doing something stupid. Trying to show off or whatever, and if they want to show off, that's fine. But man, I want to see the ride, I mean, I don't care if it's 2-3 hours. It don't matter to me. I mean, I watch some crazy stuff. I really do. I watch a bunch of kids. I watch kids. I don't know if y'all have ever watched that Sir Ron guy, the guy that drives the Sir Rons and all that mess. I think he's in California. But I mean, like that mega ride in Austin, he was down here this past couple of weeks ago, whenever that was, last week, or it may have been last weekend or weekend before last, I can't remember. But he came down for that. He was here in Austin. And, he's pretty popular, especially with the younger kids and stuff. But, man, these things are great. Like I said, they're great for all ages. I mean, some of us, as we're getting older, might be a little more difficult to do some of the stuff, But, I mean, you're only as old as what you think you are, the way I always said. But, like I said, Man, if y'all are watching this, hell, subscribe, man. I'm not going to give up on this stuff. I mean, whether you do or not, I'm not giving up. But, you know, it would give me some initiative to get out and do more. I mean, there's people out here that all they do is YouTube. They make a living off of this. And I just think that's awesome. What a cool deal that is. But like I said, I'll show y'all a couple of things. I think this is what I did this on the video last night. I actually did some of this stuff. Cover on the stupid lens. I really don't even think I didn't even mark my miles, I don't think, but that had to be at least 12 to 15. I kind of duplicated what I did last night. Let's see what it says on the volts. I'll turn this off here. And turn the light off. And go ahead and get this camera up this mount here. But I'll trip 13.3 miles is what we did. Volts 47.4, which that'll go up, but still, I still got quite a bit of battery left. I mean, you see the battery bars. I got quite a bit of battery left. It was an hour ride. Well, 570 miles. I started this with 300 miles when I got this from that little kid. But like I said, I mean, it is cool. It's a cool deal. Man, y'all subscribe, man. Hell, there ain't no reason not to. You're going to help me out. You're going to help me out doing so I can do more. You help me so I can buy more and have more toys. Y'all can pay for my toys. But no, you're not paying for nothing. It's YouTube. All I need is the subscribers. Now, look at that. That's what I was showing last night. Of course, I think I showed y'all before. You know, I already put that front battery on that. Oh, I need to unplug. I plugged this wired bike up. I'm going to go ahead and kill those. I just plugged them up to put a little air. I don't like to store these things low. I mean, I had this down to 20-something, 21%. I don't like, I like this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like I said, I've had different people tell me different things. But I usually like to try to charge this. I like to store this at around 40%. I don't know. That's just something somebody told me, and I'm at 45%. Oh, no headlights. But yeah, like I said, I put that brand new front fender on the other Ridstar, but I've got a brand new rear fender for a Ridstar. But I mean, look at this. And if any of you guys need anything, let me know. I mean, we can work something out. But this headlight is brand new, never been used. But I'm assuming this is actually different, and I don't understand why it's different. Because this light looks different. Like this light it doesn't have all of those little holes around there. It has the outer ring, it has that, but this one doesn't have it. This is a little different light, but I'm assuming this came from the kid. I mean, I know it came from the kid. I'm assuming it came off his bike. It looks like the same light, and it'll hook right up. It'll actually attach. It's got the attachments right here. It's got the same brackets to mount it. But yeah, I mean, I've got a brand new headlight. Now, what I do need, if I had to actually use this, that stupid kid took the switch off, the horn and the light switch. And I know for a fact that, hold on, I'm gonna walk in here. I've always, all my videos, I always say the blind man. I'm gonna grab my glasses this time. Yeah, there's a little quick view of the old casa. That was that big 80-inch. I'll tell you, I watch on my YouTube on, but yeah, look, I've got. This is the original. This is the Ridstar. This is the controller that's in the Ridstar. That is the controller, and then he had another controller, brain power motor, something blah blah blah. Brain power motor, I don't know. But like I said, I don't think it's ever been installed. The wires are clean. I don't know what it's off of or what you can do with it. I have no idea. But it says current limiting to 13 amps. That doesn't sound like it come out of like a Walmart bike. But if anybody needs these, I heard this. I mean, there was a guy today on Facebook on the Ridstar group saying he was trying to order this, the S866, and he thought he was ordering this, and it had some weird Chinese name on the back of it. I have no idea, but I've got two of these, this one and this one. They're brand new, never been hooked up, still got the factory wiring all tied up on it. But I have two of these S866s. I've seen them. Literally, I've seen them installed on Ridstars, and they work. They button up right to the factory controller. This is what I bought for that upgrade. I never did. Damn, this battery's about to die. It must have not charged up. But like I said, I've got pedals. I got rotors. I mean, this kid blew. I don't know where he got all this junk at, but I've got stuff. Hey, if anybody needs something, let me know. I mean, I'd be willing to. I mean, like I said, I'm wanting the switch, the horn, and the light harness for this light. The kid threw it away, but this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if I showed y'all before, but this is the half twist key lock, and it's got the voltmeter on it, and as you see. Clean wires, never been hooked up. But like I said, I'm going to try to put this on instead of, they're sending me a full twist. And then I've got this. It's a 3-speed switch. And she told me my controller will support it. But it's a 3-speed switch. And basically I can mount this anywhere. And I can actually jump it to 1, and it's only going to give me a percentage of power. 2, and then 3 is the high, and I can actually keep that. And my thinking on that is, I get pulled over on a cop. If I put that somewhere, I can flip that down to 1, and if they tell me, oh, that's I could see them, that bike's illegal. I'll tell them, get on there and ride it. I mean, if it's stuck in 1, it ain't gonna go fast. But I don't know. Like I said, I just thought it'd be cool to have. I'm gonna mess with it when that stuff comes in. But like I said, I was saying last night too. This is what the kid had. I don't know if this battery's gonna last, guys, but it's on orange right now. But this is what's to use a quick release for your front tires. You got to have this hollow shaft, or like on the wired, it's actually a solid. It actually goes in threads. This, you put this. Wow, cat fight, man! Cats are getting it. You have to put this hollow shaft in your front tire, and of course, you do all the spacing for your rotors and all that for your brake alignments. But basically, you put this in, then see that little hole in the end. Then your quick release goes all the way through it. But this kid had this little bitty nut. I don't know if that's part of it or what, but that doesn't look very cheap and very sturdy. This is all that kid had holding that front tire on. It was running through the dropouts on the front fork, went through the tire. He went through the other side and just tried to screw this up against it as hard as he could. But this this little janky ass, almost a wire, I guess it looks like. This is what that tire was rolling on. The kid had nothing supporting that front tire, but I don't know. Like I said, it's amazing. But anyway, but that's it, guys. But I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go in and check my video stuff and see if that first one's uploaded. But now I'm going to have three. I guess I'll have three videos I'm going to be posting. I'm going to have part 1 of the wired, part 2 of the wired, and then I'll do this one after that. So maybe by Monday, Tuesday, this one will be on, and then I'll get the other 2 in the next day or 2. So, but anyway, that's the fun for the day. Like I said, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice out. Where'd that moon go? There it is. Look at that big old full moon. Big old full moon tonight. It's beautiful out. It's nice. Hell, I could have kept riding, but it's getting late, so I don't even know what time it is. Where's my damn? Here it is. You know, I don't know how many times. If y'all got phone holders on your bikes, I'm gonna put this down real quick. I don't know if you guys got phone holders on your bikes. Damn, it's 11:30. Wow. Constantly, if y'all got phone holders, I'm sure y'all probably do it too. But I leave my damn phone on one of these bikes when I go ride, and then I go inside and I run around like with my head cut off. What do I do with that phone? It's on the bike. You imagine that. Of course, my phone's out here. Customers are calling or whatever, and it's ringing. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go work on some video stuff, and I guess we will see y'all on the next one, guys. I appreciate it and everything. Please subscribe if you haven't. Oh, I got 19% battery. So it's not going to die. But yeah, like I said, please subscribe, guys. I really need. I'm going to do a push, and I'll be pushing this stuff out. Like I said, man, we got mod kits coming for Ridstars. We may have that wired kind of figured out. I drove it today for 40-something miles, I think, and I got it up to about 350 degrees one time, but it never shut off. But I was going up a pretty steep hill, so I don't know. Like I said, at least it did do it a couple times, and that was a 2.5-hour ride. I didn't push it, but you'll see the video. It's coming. But like I said, I don't know. But all right, guys, I will talk to you guys later, and we will see ya.